Some days I don't even know what to talk about. It's Saturday. It's the last weekend before most of us have to go back to the regular grind. Since it's all about oil, let me talk about oil for a little bit. And then let me get on the case of these Chinese EVs. All right, first up, oil. What's going to happen with oil? Pretty much nothing. Oil should stay pretty much where it's at right now. Global oil prices, we expect Brent crude to hover around $74 a barrel. So it'll bounce between 72 and 76. It might hit 80. Why? If you go to oilpricenews.com, you get this. The factors that will drive oil prices in 2025. Number one, focus on China's oil demand. That's been the big story for 2024. It's going to keep going for 2025. CNPC, which is China's state-owned oil company, came out with a prediction, and they see the demand growth peak in 2025, moving from the previous prediction of 2030. The company cited electric vehicle adoption and LNG truck growth as reasons for its prediction. So basically, they're seeing that the tipping point is coming in 2025 or 2026, at least in China. Since we're talking about China and EVs, let's talk about that tariff on Chinese EVs. Now, yes, I agree. If the Chinese EVs start coming over to North America, they will dominate the market because they're making better cars. Former Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland told reporters the federal government was concerned by unfair Chinese trade practices. What are these unfair trade practices according to the Government of Canada? Scroll down to the bottom of the page in the quick facts. They cite things like extensive state subsidies. You know, like the $28 billion we're giving to Volkswagen and Stellantis. So that Stellantis can put a Hemi in everything that moves. Just as an aside here, wouldn't it have been better for the government to incentivize a charging infrastructure rather than incentivize the creation of the cars? Like, I don't think the government should be picking winners and losers. But I digress. The point is, state subsidy. What else do they say? Oh, poor labor standards. Can't have that. I mean, these Chinese cars are so cheap because they pay their workers next to nothing. You may recall, however, there was a UAW strike, and they showed how much labor affects the cost of a car. The end result for consumers, the labor cost doesn't mean a lot. Part of the reason is that labor makes up only about 7% of the overall cost of building a car. And then they talk about connected vehicles containing technology from China, which also poses significant risk to the privacy of Canadians. You know, like the technology that's in your car right now. You don't believe me, eh? Talk about wanting to buy something near your phone and see what pops up. I mean, let's get real here. What privacy are they really concerned about? Given that all the technology around us is constantly trying to sell us something. Are they worried that China will be able to sell us something better? Like, they may be concerned about the Chinese government feeding information to people that's untrue, or maybe they're worried about the Chinese government feeding information to people that is true. In any respect, is the technology in your car any more dangerous than buying alcohol on the side of the 401 here in Ontario? Anyway, I'm going to get back to enjoying my Saturday. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and we're all going to get back to the grind on Monday.